No one is talking about this the way they should, but trust me, after you hear what just happened, you'll understand why the internet is in a frenzy. Ashanti's glow has been impossible to ignore, and fans have been speculating for weeks. But now, we finally have the confirmation we've been waiting for. Yes, Ashanti is pregnant. And the way Nelly confirmed it? Let's just say it was pure headline gold. Stay with me. It all went down after a show-stopping performance. Ashanti had just wrapped her set, fans were on their feet cheering, and cameras zoomed in on her radiant smile. There was something different about her. A soft glow, a gentle calm. Something beyond the stage lights. Social media erupted instantly with whispers of, "Is she glowing for a reason?" And Ashanti looks like she's carrying more than just the music tonight. And then came the moment. As Ashanti walked off stage, Nelly stepped up with a grin, and in front of cameras and fans, he dropped the line that made the entire crowd scream, "My wife needs to rest." That was a wonderful performance. But it wasn't just those words. It was what followed that sent shockwaves online. When asked how long, Nelly finally admitted what everyone was hoping. Ashanti is pregnant. Now, if you know Nelly, you know he's not the type to casually spill news like this. For months, both he and Ashanti have dodged the rumors, brushing off fan speculation and sidestepping media questions. But in that moment, Nelly couldn't hold it back anymore. His pride, his excitement, and his love for Ashanti slipped through. And fans, they absolutely lost their minds. Twitter lit up instantly with trending hashtags: Ashanti Glow, Ice Baby on the Way, Nelly and Ashanti. Within hours, millions of posts flooded the timeline. One fan wrote, "The way Nelly said it so casually, but with so much love, I'm crying. Protect this family at all costs." Another added, "We've seen Ashanti in every stage of her career, but this glow? This is next level. She deserves all the happiness." But while some were celebrating, others were quick to raise questions. How far along is she? Is this why Ashanti has been pacing her performances differently in recent weeks? Could this explain the sudden behind-the-scenes whispers about schedule changes for both Ashanti and Nelly? The questions only added fuel to the fire. And let's be honest, this reveal didn't just feel like a pregnancy confirmation. It felt like a full-on moment in pop culture history. Ashanti, the R&B queen with decades of hits, and Nelly, the hip-hop legend, are stepping into a brand new chapter. But with fame, nothing is ever simple. Because even as the love poured in, the critics and skeptics weren't far behind. One gossip site quickly published a headline, "Pregnant and performing, should Ashanti be taking a break?" The piece drew backlash almost immediately, with fans slamming the media for trying to dictate how Ashanti should handle her pregnancy. Still, it highlighted the reality of being a woman in the spotlight. Every move, every decision, magnified and criticized. But here's the kicker. Nelly's choice of words might have given us more than just a confirmation. "My wife needs to rest," he said. Notice the emphasis on rest. That could mean that behind the scenes, things are already shifting in preparation for their new arrival. Are we about to see Ashanti slow down her schedule? Could this mean a pause on new music or fewer performances in the coming months? The internet may have exploded with joy after Nelly's reveal, but if you know how the fan world operates, you know celebration is always just one side of the coin. The other side? Endless theories, debates, and speculation. And with Ashanti's pregnancy, fans wasted no time digging into the clues, trying to piece together what might really be happening behind the scenes. Some pointed back to her performances over the past few weeks. They noticed subtle changes. Ashanti wasn't dancing as aggressively as usual. Her set lists had been slightly shorter, and there was an undeniable softness in her voice when she spoke to the audience. "She's protecting her energy," one fan wrote. Another added, "That's not stage fatigue. That's a mama glow." It's as though fans had been waiting for this confirmation, and when Nelly slipped, it all clicked into place. And then there's the fashion. Ashanti has always been known for her daring stage looks, but eagle-eyed fans noticed she's been choosing looser outfits lately, with strategically placed belts and flowing silhouettes. At first, it seemed like a simple change in style. Now, fans are convinced it was all part of her quiet attempt to keep the secret under wraps until the time was right. But beyond the theories, the big question now is, how will this pregnancy affect Ashanti's career? This isn't just any singer we're talking about. This is the queen who's been making a massive comeback, reclaiming her place in R&B and even teasing new projects. A pregnancy, while a beautiful blessing, could mean reshuffling plans, delaying albums, or even stepping away from the spotlight for a while. And then there's Nelly. Let's not forget, he's got his own plate full of projects, from music to reality TV. With a baby on the way, the balancing act between work and family just got a whole lot more complicated. Industry insiders are already whispering that this could be the moment when the couple pivots away from chasing constant work and leans into family life more publicly. Some even suggest that fans might see less of them on stage and more of them on screen in carefully curated, family-centered content. But not everyone's buying into the fairy tale. Critics are quick to point out that while Ashanti's glow is undeniable, pregnancy can come with serious challenges. Can she really maintain the stamina of touring while expecting? Will Nelly step up at home, or will the burden fall mostly on Ashanti? These questions have sparked heated debates online, with fans fiercely defending their queen. "Ashanti's a powerhouse," one fan clapped back. "She's been handling the industry for 20 years. A baby isn't going to stop her, it's going to elevate her." Still, the whispers keep getting louder. Some media outlets speculate that this could be the reason why Ashanti hasn't dropped her much-anticipated full-length album yet. Was she holding back the release because she knew she'd want to savor this moment with family? Or was it simply a matter of timing, with the pregnancy shifting her priorities in ways fans never expected? Meanwhile, others are looking at Nelly's words from a completely different angle. "My wife needs to rest." Did Nelly unknowingly reveal not just the pregnancy, but also that Ashanti might be further along than fans think? If she's at the stage where rest is becoming essential, some believe she may already be several months in. And that opens up another layer of questions. When exactly will the baby arrive? Will the world see a 2025 baby boom for the Haynes family? But here's where things get even more dramatic. The industry itself might not be ready for what's coming. When a star of Ashanti's caliber announces a pregnancy, it isn't just personal news. It's a ripple that affects everything from sponsorships to tour dates to collaborations. Brands that were lining up to work with her may now adjust their strategies, and event organizers might scramble to replace her on certain lineups if she pulls back. The stakes? Higher than ever. And just when fans thought the conversation couldn't get more intense, Ashanti's own mom entered the chat. Always a presence behind the scenes, she's been spotted backstage at recent shows, hovering protectively, watching closely. Fans say her presence feels different this time, almost as though she's preparing for her daughter's next chapter as both performer and mother. Could Ashanti's mom become the ultimate support system as she navigates this new season of life? Now, let's shift the focus for a moment. Because while Ashanti's glow and pregnancy speculation have dominated headlines, there's another angle people just can't stop discussing. Nelly as a father. Remember, this isn't Nelly's first rodeo. He already has children from previous relationships. Fans are watching closely to see how he'll balance his role as a partner and a father this time around. On one hand, some say this baby could be the ultimate redemption arc for Nelly. After years of headlines about cheating, breakups, and a rocky relationship timeline with Ashanti, many believe fatherhood with her could finally ground him, giving him a chance to prove he's capable of stability and lasting commitment. But others are skeptical, pointing to his past mistakes and wondering aloud, can a man with so much history really change? And here's where things get even more dramatic. Because it's not just about Nelly the man, it's about Nelly the brand. Let's not forget, this couple has been riding high on their We Belong Together reality TV show, letting fans into their private lives like never before. With a baby on the way, some fans are already predicting a whole new storyline for the show. Diaper duty, baby showers, gender reveals, you name it. It's reality TV gold. But with that opportunity comes danger. Fans are asking whether the couple is ready to handle the strain of cameras rolling during such a delicate time. One online commenter summed it up perfectly. Babies don't save relationships, and they definitely don't thrive under the spotlight. Could the very thing that brings them joy also bring new cracks to the surface? And speaking of cracks, fans haven't forgotten some of Nelly's more controversial moments. Not long ago, he was accused of seeing Ashanti as a source of income, rather than a partner. A comment that sparked outrage across social media. Now, with this pregnancy reveal, some are questioning if he truly sees her as family, or if this is another chapter in his playbook to keep the spotlight and revenue flowing. The internet, as always, is divided, but Ashanti's fans, they're not playing. They're riding hard for her. Many believe she holds all the cards in this relationship and that Nelly better shape up if he wants to be the man by her side during motherhood. She doesn't need him, she wants him, one fan declared, and that makes all the difference. Others are already imagining the fierce songs Ashanti might write during this chapter. Ballads about love, strength, and new beginnings. Still, the question lingers. What about the future of their love story? This relationship has been a roller coaster of breakups and makeups, spanning decades. Some say the pregnancy will finally solidify their bond, locking them in for the long haul. But others whisper that it might expose the cracks even faster, forcing the couple to face whether their love is truly unshakable. After all, babies amplify everything: the love, the stress, the commitment, and the conflicts. And let's not forget the Carter-sized elephant in the room. Yes, Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Why? Because Ashanti and Nelly's baby news immediately sparked comparisons. Fans online joked, are they trying to be the next music power couple with a family dynasty? While some said it in jest, others raised a serious point. Stepping into parenthood as A-list artists isn't just personal, it's political. Every move will be scrutinized, every headline dissected. And unlike Jay and Bey, who guard their privacy fiercely, Ashanti and Nelly have been letting cameras into their world. Is that a blessing or a curse? And if you think fans are going to let this play out quietly, think again. Already, Twitter and TikTok are ablaze with predictions about the baby's gender, name, and even what industry path this child might take someday. Will it be music, acting, fashion, or will Ashanti and Nelly pull back, shielding the child completely from the limelight? Now, as sweet as this story sounds, not everyone is convinced that Nelly and Ashanti are living a fairy tale. Because behind the applause, the smiles, and the glow, there are whispers. And those whispers are turning into full-blown rumors. One rumor that has been making waves is that Nelly may not be as settled as fans think. While he publicly praises Ashanti's glow and even told the world, "My wife needs to rest," there are murmurs suggesting that he's still battling with the same old temptations that haunted their past. Remember, this is the same Nelly who's been accused of infidelity before, and for many fans, once that suspicion is planted, it never truly fades. Could this pregnancy be the very thing that brings those issues back into the spotlight? And then there's the family angle. Ashanti's family has always been protective of her, especially her mother, Tina. Fans are asking whether her family fully supports this pregnancy and the relationship behind it. Some say yes, pointing out that Ashanti has never looked happier. But others suggest her family might have reservations, especially if Nelly's past behavior comes back into play. After all, protecting Ashanti's peace during motherhood is priority number one. On Nelly's side, the dynamic is just as complicated. His children from previous relationships are no strangers to the spotlight, and social media is buzzing with questions. How will they feel about sharing their father's attention with a new sibling? Some fans say Nelly is the type to embrace fatherhood fully, no matter the circumstances. Others, however, warn that blending families under the harsh glare of fame can create unseen tensions. And here's where the cracks in the spotlight start to show. Because when you're Ashanti and Nelly, nothing stays private for long. Already, blogs and gossip pages are digging for clues, posting old photos, resurfacing past scandals, and questioning whether this new chapter is built on solid ground or fragile illusions. One blog even wrote, "Ashanti may be glowing now, but love under pressure always shows its true face." Dramatic? Yes. But in the world of celebrity, sometimes drama becomes prophecy. Meanwhile, fans can't get enough of the performance moment where Ashanti subtly touched her stomach while Nelly looked on proudly. To some, it was the sweetest sign of love. To others, it was a staged move, designed to control the narrative before gossip blogs ran wild. Was it genuine or was it calculated PR? The internet is split right down the middle. Let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room, the money. Because when Nelly said before that he looks at everything as a source of income, those words stuck. Now, with a pregnancy in the mix, fans are wondering if the baby could become part of the brand. A storyline for season 2 of We Belong Together, a tool to secure endorsements, or maybe even the glue to keep the couple relevant in an industry that eats relationships alive. The very idea makes some fans furious. But here's the twist. Despite all the rumors and questions, Ashanti herself hasn't said much. She's letting her actions, her glow, and her performances do the talking. Some say that silence speaks volumes. It's her way of protecting her peace, shielding her joy, and refusing to let outsiders define her happiness. Others believe the silence is strategic, building suspense until she's ready for a dramatic reveal. Perhaps a pregnancy photo shoot, an exclusive magazine cover, or a surprise announcement that will break the internet. So where does that leave us? Right here, in the middle of a storm. Ashanti glowing, Nelly talking, fans speculating, families watching, and the media spinning every gesture into a headline. It's a recipe for drama, love, and possibly heartbreak. But one thing is clear. This story is far from over. Because as much as the internet thinks it knows, the truth always has a way of surprising us. And the next chapter, whether it's a baby announcement, a reality TV reveal, or a scandal no one saw coming, could change everything we thought we knew about Ashanti and Nelly's love story. As the story unfolds, one question hangs heavier than all the rest. Will this baby bring Ashanti and Nelly closer together, or will the spotlight tear them apart once again? Because if history has shown us anything, it's that fame is not kind to love stories, especially when the cameras are rolling and the world is watching every move. For Ashanti, this pregnancy could be the ultimate glow-up moment, a new beginning, a chance to step into motherhood with grace, strength, and joy, while proving to the world that Black love can thrive even under the harshest lights. Her fans see her as a queen, a survivor of heartbreak and industry politics, now finally getting the love and family she deserves. But even queens face storms, and this one may be the fiercest yet. For Nelly, the weight of the moment is just as heavy. He's not just a rapper, not just a businessman, not just a father. He's now the man who must prove that he can stand by Ashanti through thick and thin. Every word he speaks, every interview he gives, every move he makes is scrutinized. And when he slips up with comments about money or fame, fans don't let it slide. They ask, is he in this for love, or is he in this for leverage? And then there's the public, the fans, the critics, the blogs, the gossip channels. They all want a piece of this story. They want the tears, the drama, the photos, the exclusives. And with season 2 of We Belong Together still hanging in the balance, the pressure is intense. Some say the show should go on. It's the perfect platform for Ashanti and Nelly to tell their side of the story. Others argue the show will destroy them, turning their love into entertainment and stripping away the privacy they need to survive. So which will it be? Will the show outlast the love, or will the love outlast the show? That is the cliffhanger that no one can answer. Not yet. Because as much as people speculate, only time will reveal the truth. But here's what we do know. Ashanti is glowing. Nelly is talking. The world is watching. And in between the rumors, the drama, and the love, there's a baby at the center of it all. A symbol of hope, a promise of the future, and maybe, just maybe, the one thing that could save them both from the chaos of fame. And let's not forget, this isn't just about Ashanti and Nelly. This is about legacy, about what they leave behind, about whether their love story will be remembered as one of resilience, redemption, and triumph, or as another cautionary tale of Hollywood love gone wrong. So tonight, as the internet debates, as fans choose sides, and as gossip blogs spin the story, one truth remains undeniable. Ashanti and Nelly's journey has captured the hearts of millions. And whether this next chapter ends in tears or triumph, it will go down as one of the most dramatic love stories of our time. Because in the end, love and fame are the ultimate test. And Ashanti and Nelly are living that test in real time right before our eyes. And trust me, this is only the beginning.